What's up, Notification Squad? It's Monday, the week is just beginning, and here's your YouTuber news. Let's do it. Poppy is at the center of a massive lawsuit. A Spanish YouTuber is facing prison for giving sabotage food out to homeless people as a prank. Shane Dawson was brought to tears by a blind YouTuber's simple question, and of course it's a return of Dan Howell watch. All this plus I'll jump off a diving board, execute a perfect somersault in the air, and then land in a giant oversized blender, obliterating my entire body instantly on this week's edition of YouTuber News, the video news service from WeTheUnicorns.com, the website that just had to do it to him. Our first story, eccentric singer Poppy and her manager Titanic Sinclair are at the center of a massive new lawsuit from singer Mars Argo. Mars Argo, real name Brittany Sheets, made a series of videos with Titanic Sinclair, whose real name is Corey Mixter, a couple of years ago. Then they suddenly stopped working together and she effectively disappeared from the internet, leading many fans and viewers to wonder what exactly had happened. Now, in a new lawsuit, Mars alleges that she was the victim of severe emotional and psychological abuse at the hands of Titanic Sinclair. The lawsuit also accuses Titanic Sinclair of, quote, calculatedly transforming another woman, Moira Rose Pereira, known by the stage name That Poppy or Poppy, into a Mars Argo knockoff. So she's alleging that Titanic Sinclair took Moira Pereira, who is Poppy, and basically turning her into a version of Mars Argo. She says there are a number of ways they did this, for example, by giving her platinum blonde hair, like Mars Argo has, and by copying Mars Argo's voice. Mars Argo has quite a Poppy-like voice. Last week she posted her first tweet in almost 2 years, an open letter in which she thanked fans, and also said that she was terrified and unsure about the future. As part of the lawsuit, Mars Argo is seeking damages, money, the amount has not been specified, and she's also trying to get a domestic violence restraining order against Titanic Sinclair, who she alleges made her life a living hell. Now obviously this is an ongoing lawsuit, everything is alleged, I can't say if anything is true or untrue, that is for the court to decide. But keep your eyes on WeTheUnicorns.com and we'll update you as the case unfolds. Our second story, a Spanish YouTuber is facing up to 2 years in prison for handing out sabotage food to homeless people as a prank. Looks like it's time for everyone's favourite show, That's Not How Pranks Work, What Are You Talking About? Welcome to That's Not How Pranks Work, What Are You Talking About? I'm wearing glasses now. A Spanish YouTuber decided to hand out Oreos filled with toothpaste to homeless people. One homeless man by the name of George ate 5 of these tainted Oreos and was immediately physically sick. Hey, that's not how pranks work. What are you talking about? This has been That's Not How Pranks Work, What Are You Talking About? Great episode, that really wasn't a prank, it was just a horrible thing to do. And the police agreed, arresting the YouTuber very shortly after the incident. Things then actually took a turn for the worse because it turned out that the YouTuber had gone back and tried to bribe the homeless person not to share his story, and he also said on social media, I might have gone a bit far, but look on the bright side. I've helped him clean his teeth. I don't think he's cleaned them since he became poor. Real sympathetic character, this YouTuber. You just want to root for him, don't you? The 20-year-old was charged with violating a moral integrity law, and now, as well as the 2 years in prison, he could also receive a fine of up to $40,000. So I guess the moral here is, don't do this obviously bad thing. Duh. You know, I actually did a fun prank once where I invited my friend to this cliff, and then I sort of pretended I was going to push him over. And then I did push him over, and yeah, the police said it was murder, but I very kindly explained to them that it was actually a very fun prank, bro. And no, hard time, did some hard time. Changed me, really changed me, yeah. That was like a waking nightmare, really was. Our third story, and this isn't necessarily newsy, but it's something I really wanted to bring to your attention. Shane Dawson has been doing a series of videos with a YouTuber called Molly Burke, who has a degenerative eye condition that means she's almost entirely blind. So they've been doing a series of videos talking about what it's like to have almost no sight. It's been really funny and really enlightening, but there was one particular moment that really stood out to me that I would really suggest you go and watch. It's in the video where Shane himself puts on these special goggles that lets him become blind. Midway through the video, he has a chat with Molly about what it was like to lose her sight. And then Molly asks Shane a very simple question, which is, hey Shane, why did you never record an audiobook for your second book? And Shane is just wiped by this because he suddenly realizes, oh wait, because I'd never recorded an audiobook, there is no way for Molly to ever hear my book. And then he starts crying, she's tearing up, it's a very strangely powerful moment in a YouTube video. Not that Shane's videos are usually bad, but you know, YouTube videos in general tend to be quite light or quite, you know, in certain cases a little bit manufactured, but this is a very raw moment because you can see Shane processing in real time. Oh my god, you know, audiobooks aren't just a fun gimmick. For some people, that's the only way they can experience books. And by not recording an audiobook, I have robbed this fan of her ability to hear my book. And it just shatters him. You can just see it happening in real time. And it's just a really powerful little moment that says a lot about why it's important to try and make everything, the whole world, as accessible as possible to people of all needs. I know it sounds like I'm getting a little bit deep here, but honestly, you should watch this. It's in Shane's video, Switching Lives with a Blind Person. It's about 14 minutes in. I would suggest you watch the whole video, but if you want to see that one moment, I just got an email. What's that? Let's see. Is it from the frickin' Pope? Is it from Beyonce? No, then it's not good enough to ruin my video, damn it. Anyway, yeah, it's about 14 minutes into that video. I'd really suggest you watch it, and I'd really suggest you go and watch Molly's channel, actually, Molly Burke with an E at the end, because her videos are just fascinating, and it's just always interesting to see the wildly different ways in which people live their lives for various reasons. Oh, what's that, Ben? You're doing a whole segment without doing any sarcastic jokes. You've been all sincere now. Yeah, I am, baby. This is Monday YouTuber news. There are no rules. If one of your emails ever interrupts my news again, I will find you and remove all of your bones and replace them with significantly worse bones. Yours in Christ, Benedict Townsend. Well, those are all stories for the day, and you know what that means. It's time for Dan How Watch. Welcome to Dan How Watch, I'm Gavrilo Princip. What's Dan been up to this week? Well, like many British people, Dan is hyped for the birth of a brand new royal baby. And he's extra excited because, due to a series of errors and hysterical mishaps, he's actually delivering the baby. Now, there's a few issues with this. First of all, he's not what you might traditionally call a doctor, and he doesn't have any, you know, medical knowledge. So the actual delivering of the baby will be a little bit difficult for him. For example, this morning he did put his white coat on backwards. That's how he started the day, so not a great start. But all of us here at YouTuber News are just wishing him the best in his quest to deliver the heir to the nation. Don't mess this up, Dan. There will be grave consequences. This has been Dan How Watch. You know when a baby is born, they say it's crowning? Do you think if it's a royal baby, it's like extra crowning because of the whole... No? You don't like that? Oh well. Well, the sound of Dan slipping over hospital equipment reminds me that it's time for our question of the week! Last week I asked you a question of the week, as I do every week, and a whole bunch of you answered, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my left breast for doing so. But only one person got the correct answer, and that was someone by the name of Tough Cookie, who said the answer was, just don't eat pears, and that was the correct answer. Very well done for you for getting that. Obviously you had to do a little bit of working out, you had to carry the one. I didn't have to carry the one, but that was actually the correct answer, was don't eat pears. And now it's time for this week's question of the week, which is as follows, and Benedict, do you want to take this away? What? I'm kind of in the middle of something, but... Okay, fine. Here's this week's question of the week. What do you call a man who has 2 legs and no soul? And don't say me, because I do have a soul. It's just very badly charred. So get your answers in the comments section down below, and I'll read the best one on next week's episode. Thank you. I'm Benedict Townsend. This has been YouTuber News, which airs every Friday, or in this case Monday, on the With Unicorns YouTube channel, Facebook page, Twitter page, all the pages. Don't forget, the best way to get YouTuber News is to hit subscribe, and then you get those brand new episodes delivered straight to you. A little bit of Hawkeye there. Straight to you the second they come out, along with all the other fun videos that we make here at With Unicorns, like YouTuber Sims. And if you could do me a small favor, if you've enjoyed today's episode, and if you've enjoyed it, or if you enjoy the series in general, if you could hit like, it really helps us out with the old algorithms behind the scenes. So I'd be, I guess, eternally grateful to you, and probably would owe you, I guess, my life. I'll see you this Friday. I promise this week I'll be on time, and I'll have a whole bunch of news. I don't want to spoil anything, but that whole Dan baby thing goes real bad. Really, but like treasonous levels of bad. So that'll be most of the news, is the whole Dan going to the Tower of London thing. So look forward to that, and I'll see you then. Bye!